the WWE superstar, the wise man himself, one of our favorites, Paul Heyman, in advance of WrestleMania 41, taking place this very weekend at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, streaming in the U.S. on Peacock, everywhere else on Netflix. The great Paul Heyman is here.
Yes.
How are you, sir? How are you, sir?
I'm a blessed man. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm just looking around. Are you in the hangover suite, Paul? Like, what the heck? What's happening here in Vegas? What do you got? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Is that a baby grand piano in your hotel accommodations, Paul? Is it really?
Yeah, and if I would actually take you on a tour of this thing, you'd see a swimming pool, a gym, a whirlpool hot tub, and then there's the second floor.
Wrestling has been very, very good to you, sir. Very, very good to
Life
you.
has been very good to me, sir. and in all candor, I've been very good to life.
It is a two-way street. Man, WrestleMania in Vegas, WrestleMania 41. Is it true your first was WrestleMania 17, Paul? Was that your first?
My first WrestleMania 17, I was a commentator with Jim Ross.
Okay.
And so that was my first appearance at a WrestleMania. I was not in anybody's corner at WrestleMania. I was never with Brock Lesnar in Brock Lesnar's corner during our first run in WWE together. My first appearance in someone's corner at WrestleMania, as irony would have it, was with CM Punk in 2013 in MetLife Stadium against The Undertaker, of all people. And the very next match, I was back out at the ring with Brock Lesnar against, of all people, Triple H. So all these historical figures kind of tie into each other when you look at the interwoven stories that are being told right now in front of your eyes on television. So those were my WrestleMania debuts.
Well, speaking of stories and weaving and bedfellows, Paul, you once upon a time famously told CM Punk that you would walk him in if he made a main event at this event, and sure enough, he is doing so. But there's Roman Reigns, your guy, and there's also Seth Rollins. Are you going to walk CM Punk in this very weekend, Paul? You going to do it?
Absolutely. I will live up to my promise to CM Punk. I will live up to my promise to my best friend in the world, CM Punk. I will be loyal to my best friend in the world, CM Punk, which does not mean I'm going to be disloyal to my tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Okay, so how does one split this baby, Paul? I mean, what do we do?
Carefully. Carefully. Not politically so with, like, King Solomon. Not so much of a wise man, more of an asshole. If he's kind of, no, I mean, listen, he's one of my people. I'm allowed to say this. I don't believe that whole story about splitting the baby was Solomon showing wisdom. It's a wise man. I understand wisdom. But what Solomon did was petulant. Solomon was not sitting there and the two women bring in the baby and they say, "This one is my baby. Oh, no, this one is my baby. Oh, he me. Come on, King Solomon." And he sits there and says, "We'll cut the baby in half." And of course, the real mother says, No, give it to her. I was lying. You must be the real mother. That's not what it was. Solomon was sitting there. One woman comes in. She goes, "Solomon, this is my baby. I want the baby. Give me the baby." The other woman comes in. She goes, "No. She's baby, give me the baby." And Solomon goes, "I don't want to hear this. Cut the baby in half, give half to each." That's what happened. So I will be more than Solomonic in my wisdom in how to balance these two dueling loyalties.
Okay.
To both my tribal chief Roman Reigns and my best friend in the world, CM Punk.
Okay.
I can just see, by the way, the headlines now. Paul Heyman calls biblical figure an asshole.
While making it sound like it's a Mel Brooks movie, Paul. I mean, that sounded like a very interesting reenactment of an age-old story. But I guess one last swing at this one. Is Roman Reigns pissed? Is he really pissed, Paul?
Speak for Roman Reigns' love for his wise man. I mean, what is loyalty and love and appreciation if it's not demonstrated with great passion and at times a jealous possessiveness of those that you love. If your son were to look at another man who has coached him through a tough time and said, he's like a second dad to me, I guarantee you want to sit there and go, oh, I'm happy for you, son. I'm glad you look at two men in life as your father. You sit there and go, Sam, he's your father, I'm your father. Consider him an uncle or a mentor or a guide or a rabbi or a priest or a shaman. But you wouldn't want someone else to be considered a second dad. Roman Reigns' love for his wise man is not confined to everybody can have the wisdom of the wise man. Roman Reigns' love for his wise man is possessive. He loves me that much. He appreciates my wisdom that much. And who could blame him? Because my wisdom is worth it. So, of course, Roman Reigns is pissed. I want him to be pissed. I would be disappointed in the man if he wasn't pissed, if he wasn't upset, if he wasn't a bit jealous or envious or possessive.
Fantastic way, TJ, to set up, right, the main event. What do you think?
Fantastic way. And then, you had to follow this man on a microphone, which is very tough. Wise man, hello, good to see you. I was comparing you to the Macho Man Randy Savage earlier when I said right now you're unjustifiably in a position that you'd rather not be in, having to maybe choose between Roman and CM Punk. I'm not going to ask you what your plans are, but I do have a question. On Tuesday, after this weekend, after WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, and after Monday Night Raw, what are wrestling fans going to be talking about on Tuesday morning?
The comparison of Paul Heyman to the Macho Man Randy Savage. I think you just stole the weekend from everybody. And I applaud you, sir, for your brilliant question. It was almost Heyman-esque in its wisdom and application of the logic involved.
Boy, TJ.
That's why he's one of the hosts of No Contest Wrestling with O'Shea Jackson Jr., that's for sure.
I have nothing else to say because I can't follow this up with anything, so mazel tov.
Zeitgeist to you too as well, sir.
So what will they be talking about Tuesday? Other than that, Paul, what's your sage view here on that?
The trajectory to WrestleMania 42.
Okay.
And how Paul Heyman fits into that equation as well.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.